Hello everyone, I'm Oscar with another Scouting for Goals video for you. This series is all about utilizing the tools in the Scout members area to help me decide the best action for the upcoming game week. There have been a record number of questions from you guys on Twitter, so thank you so much for all of your questions and I'll answer those in a moment. But first I'm going to just briefly look at my team. I pulled the wildcard last week and the timing of it as well as the players I picked was on point in my opinion, and I almost halved my rank by scoring 76 points. This week also looks like it should be a high scoring one with 12 of my 15 players having great fixtures. I'm going to roll the transfer and after that let's see what needs to be done. Chilwell played the Champions League game, so I'm hoping Alonso gets to play the next Premier League game, otherwise it's probably time to get rid of him, but let's wait one more week with that move. Now let's go to your Game Week 32 Twitter questions. Pep Talk asks, I need to get Son in for the double Game Week 32 and plan to replace the injured Neto. To do this I need funds and plan to sell Jesus for a hit and bring in a budget striker who costs max 5.5 million. That budget striker must have a good fixture in Game Week 33. Who should I get? Vidra, Welbeck or someone else? If you can't afford Nacho, then maybe you can afford Mitrovic or McGoldrick, who both appears on the goals imminent table. But I have to say that Vidra is the only appealing option at that price. Otherwise, bite the bullet and avoid Son, which means you'll save some points since you won't be taking that hit. Next question from FPL Steffa Barnes. Leeds, do I dare bench them again? Leeds have a better fixture this time than last week versus Manchester City, so I would play Dallas/Raf/Bamford with a degree of happiness depending on who the other options on the bench are. Dallas has the goal potential, and even though it was a freak result last time, it didn't come completely out of the blue since Dallas is the defender with the most goal attempts in the last 2 game weeks, which can be seen in the public stats table on Scout, Dusra's Deadly Assassins. FPL Rocky asks, Captain Son or Kane, and which Wolves defender should I bring in? For those of you who are chasing, then I would go ahead with Son. If you want to protect rank, however, then go with Kane. Kane is more likely to score in each of those games, which means he's more likely to get all 6 bonus points, which is the max number. Spurs players are not bonus magnets in general. In fact, you can pretty much disregard their defense for bonus points except for Reguilon, which means there's a good chance for the attackers to get them instead. To the second part of your question, I wouldn't prioritize their defense. I prefer someone like Holding if you're seeking cleans for fixtures. Their defense and offense is mediocre this season, and now they are also missing their best player Neto as well. My Little Bowley asks, keep or sell KDB? City progressed in the Champions League, and if you look at their schedule, it's not great. Going to the season fixture ticker on Scouts members area, they are ranked 5th from last for the next 5 games. You get so much money by selling KDB, just get Salah or any other premium who is performing. FPL Rookie asks, Watkins to Nacho or Vardy to Nacho and Emi to Rui? That hit seems real bad. I wouldn't even do it on a free transfer. Clean sheets are quite tricky to predict for most teams unless they have an ultra good defense, and Emi is the highest scoring goalkeeper this season. Let's talk about the Nacho move instead. As we can see on Dusra's Deadly Assassins table, he has 7 goals in the last 6 game weeks. Neither Watkins or Vardy are close to his numbers or his price, so Watkins to Nacho seems like a very good move for the next 4 games. You can't beat Nacho's value right now. Doubling up on Leicester's attack, however, doesn't seem quite optimal since you already own Vardy, but fixtures are quite good still. Marcus Chia asks, are Son and Kane enough Spurs coverage for their double game week in 32? Son and Kane are probably the only nailed ones in Spurs right now due to the hectic schedule. Reguilon might get a rest. Also consider that if you're getting 3 Spurs players, they will all blank in the following game week, so your bench will be weaker than normal. Harry Duke asks, Trent is amazing going forward, but Liverpool still look shaky at the back. Is Trent worth the money with clean sheets not locked in? I would say he probably is. He's the most informed defender in recent weeks and has the fixtures to back it up. As we can see on Dusra's dodgy defenses, Liverpool has only conceded 3 goals under the last 6 matches and has conceded 7 big chances, which is decent as well. Also consider that Robertson has been underperforming, which means Alexander-Arnold has more responsibility going forward to produce more in the attack. Lord Jack Brokenshire, is it worth getting Lloris for the double game week or stick with Martinez? Also, keep Calvert-Lewin or buy Watkins Bamford? Keep DCL. It's the wrong time to be buying any of those 2 guys. cheaper guys who are producing at the same rate also exists. I'd say keep Martinez, but it's certainly close. I just don't trust Spurs defense. Let's see in the team stats table how Tottenham is managing. They have conceded 7 in the last 4 game weeks, and they have conceded the 6th most amount of shots in that time as well. I think you can expect a very marginal gain on buying Lloris, but don't think it's worth a free transfer. Aston Villa isn't doing great either defensively, but we know what a hero Martinez can be. FPL Springbook asks who is the best Neto replacement. I have Jota and Lingard and 0.3 in the bank. That's tricky. I like Rafinha for the long haul, but you could also gamble on out of position Bowen if you are fine with putting a couple of more eggs in that West Ham basket. If you want to gamble, Matheus Pereira is a decent shout. He appears high up in many of the public stats tables. In the one stat to rule them all table, we can see that he has the 6th highest number of chances created, 5th for shots on target, and 2 big chances, which is good too. Best Cresswell replacement for a hit. No money in the bank. I would say Chelsea defender probably Azpilicueta, maybe Shaw. If you want to save money, then Holding or Phillips. I think it might be too risky to go for Alonso at this stage, but if he plays, he is the glory pick. He's the only defender who features in the goals imminent table, and no one has more goal attempts in his last 4 matches. Manchester City players or not? I'm gonna say no here. Why would you want to buy City players when they blank next game week? Maybe if they had a great fixture run, but that's not the case. And you'll just have so much money on the bench, and also that headache of who do you want to start, and that insecurity of who Pep will start. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Good luck this game week, and thanks for all of your questions. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week.